Are you experiencing shortness of breath, erratic heart rates, cold sweats, loss of hair, uncontrollable urges to scream, low testosterone, and the desire to drink soy lattes and color your hair blue? Every time you hear a name, then you may suffer from Trump Derangement Syndrome or TDS. There is a cure for you. Call 1-555-RED-PILL and we will ship you out a bottle of our high dose of reality. Just one dose and all your symptoms will disappear like it was magic. But really, it's science. Our crack team of trained specialists have spent years developing this one-shot pill that will make your life magical again. Side effects may include chest hair growth, the ability to walk by a woman and get her pregnant just by being within 10 feet, getting a job and keeping a job, moving out of your parents' basement, the desire to own a firearm, including high-capacity magazines filled with freedom seeds, lower taxes, and sudden fits of happiness and joy. Call 1-555-RED-PILL. That's 155-RED-PILL today and start living the American dream. Come on down to Smokin' Joe's Crack Pipe Emporium and get your free drug paraphernalia. Make sure to ask for the Hunter limited edition crack pipe so you can feel like an overly pampered, privileged white man while becoming incredibly high. We have pipe and smoking kits of every shape and size to fit your smoking needs and make sure you feel that racial equity. Don't forget the needles and syringes in convenient shareable packs of 100. We're here for all your getting high needs. Just come on down, man, to Smokin' Joe's Crack Pipe Emporium, located at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. Just look for the big White House. That's Smokin' Joe's Crack Pipe Emporium for all your getting high needs.
The opinions voiced on the Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting, or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
Yeah!
People, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills. Now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, fuck Fauci. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Time does it and they call them racist. We the people. Let's go, Brandon. We the people.
Oh, my goodness gracious me, mercy sakes alive. It is The Raw. I'm your hostess with Moses, Miss Dan Hansen. Hi, everybody. How the hell you doing? Glad to see you here today on Rumble, on Facebook, on Twitter, on or X, or whatever the fuck it's called. Of course, on Facebook. Yeah. Welcome to the program. 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331. You know, I don't know what it was this weekend, but when I was at K2X, it seemed that every other time I was giving out this phone number, the 928-476-0331 number. So I don't, go figure. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But anyway, welcome to the program. 855 or 928-476-0331 is the number if you want to join in the conversation. Anyway, yeah, going to be talking tonight. I guess DHS Mayorkas, Secretary Mayorkas, was impeached tonight. Finally, after the second go through round with the votes, they finally found somebody to tip the scales by one. I'm not sure. We're going to go through this, and I especially want your opinions on this because I'm of two different minds. on it. My first conflict was, well, you couldn't find enough Republican votes to do it the first time. And now that you got to flip somebody, you hold another vote, and now it goes off to the Senate, where you know it's going to not be sustained. It'll be overturned. So I'm not exactly clear on what the Republicans seem to think they want to do with this. Okay, fine. You're upset that the border is a leaking sieve. Well, welcome to the rest of everybody in the United States. It's a leaking sieve. And apparently the potato in chief doesn't want to do anything about it. He wants more money for Ukraine. He wants more money for senseless, useless wars. So everybody else in the world can defend their borders, but we can't defend ours. He's the chief executive of the United States of America. He has the ability to order the Border Patrol to close the fucking border. He has the ability to eject everybody who crosses in illegally. But he won't take it. He won't do it. He won't. He says, I have no power unless Congress gives me power. Congress already gave you the fucking power. You already have the fucking power. You're the chief executive. You're the boss of Department of Homeland Security. You're the boss of ICE. You're the boss of the FBI. You're the boss of all these governmental agencies. You have ultimate oversight of these federal agencies that can and could do the job. Hell, you could even deploy active service members across the border. You could say, hey, Secretary of Defense, dude, I need to meet with the Joint Chiefs. And then you can issue orders to the Joint Chiefs and say, I want rotating brigades between the 82nd Airborne and the 101st Airborne and 10th Mountain to close off the southern border completely. But Mr. President, you can't do it unless it's the time of war. Well, we're being invaded. How best to stop an invasion than putting armed troops along our border and securing it? But sir, wouldn't that cause tensions between the United States and Mexico? No, it would cause tensions between the United States and cartels. But sir, people would be very upset. What are we going to do with all these people we capture? Shove them back through the hole they came in. Well, sir, what about all the children? Plug the damn hole. Come in through the front door. We'll deal with the humanitarian crisis through the front door, not the back door. Very easy, but that's okay. Neither here nor there. Like I said, I'm of two or three different minds when it comes down to the border problems. I'm not the president. I don't want to be the president. God, that would be the crappiest job I could possibly ever think of. However, the guy in the pilot seat right now ain't doing the fucking job. Anyway, Henry will be in later. He has a what is that? City council meeting tonight. Yes, he's a city council puke, and he's off doing the City of Needles business tonight. And when he of course he'll be back, and we'll talk about what he's been up to tonight. Might be interesting, might not be. That's all right. Definitely going to talk about that. Of course, the Supreme Court responds to Trump's request to pause immunity ruling in Jack Smith's January 6th case. We'll see we'll see what that's all about. And of course, your phone calls at 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331. So let's get into some of these details. Okay, so Mayorkas has been officially impeached by the House of Representatives by a vote of 214 to 213 by one. This makes the first cabinet secretary to be impeached in nearly 150 years, in the first sitting cabinet secretary in history to be impeached. Interesting. All right. We do a lot of firsts in the United States. Well, when it comes to our own government, for some reason, we like to create constitutional crises for ourselves. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Anyway, the New York Times reports the United States House of Representatives voted narrowly on Tuesday to impeach Mayorkas, the Homeland Security Secretary, in a precedent-shattering vote that charged him with willingly refusing to enforce border laws and breach of the public trust. It was a 214 to 213 vote. Republicans barreled past the solid opposition of Democrats and reservations of their own ranks to make Mr. Mayorkas the first sitting Secretary of Cabinet in U.S. history to be impeached. Wah, wah, fucking wah. This comes after three other Rhino lawmakers bailed Mayorkas out last week. It was reported that Representative Tom McClintock, Representative Ken Buck, Republican California and Colorado respectively, and Representative Mike Gallagher, Republican of Wisconsin, joined Democrats leading a tie vote in Tuesday's attempt to impeach Mayorkas. Last Tuesday's. That was Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene said on X that the three rhinos received tens of thousands of voicemails from furious Americans within the first 24 hours after they sided with Democrats. Go figure. The American people are demanding that Congress hold Mayorkas, or this dipshit, accountable for violating immigration laws and his oath. Well, how about holding the chief executive responsible? That would be the grand poobah, POTUS. I don't know. I just saying. I don't know. But the thing is, that would be just as useless because we're dealing with a different house that can easily and will easily override this impeachment. We'll make it null and void, like it never happened. Well, like I said, continuing on. Anyway, in House Resolution 863 accuses Secretary Mayorkas of high crimes and misdemeanors, setting the stage for a contentious vote in the House of Representatives. Specifically, the two articles contained the resolution accuses Mayorkas of willfully and systematic refusal to comply with the law in enforcing border policy and breach of public trust. So, well, once again, when it hits the Senate, it's just going to be tossed out. Sure, there'll be a week-long show trial, because that's how we love to do things. We'll sit there, we'll have the prosecution, which will be from the Senate, or I'm sorry, from the House of Representatives. And then Mayorkas will get to have his attorneys sit there and play defense attorneys. And they'll fuss and they'll fight for 3.5 days, and then somebody else, or 2.5 days, and somebody else will fuss and fight for the next 2.5 days, and then a vote will happen that I suspect will go straight down party lines. Causing Camel Toe Harris to step in and cast the deciding vote, which will let Mayorkas off the hook. Well, actually, I think it needs to be a supermajority to confirm that. So if it goes right down along party lines, guess what? It's done. It's over. No need for Camel Toe Harris to even step in, I believe. I don't know. I could be wrong. If you know better, give me a call, 928-476-0331. Anyway, Representative Tom Tiffany, Republican, Wisconsin, was recently accosted by a sheriff's deputy in Tucson, Arizona, for inquiring about secret illegal alien housing facility funded by American tax dollars. Very clearly, Mayorkas has lied to Congress and the American people, and he has failed to uphold his duty to the Constitution, which was to carry out the laws of the United States of America. He's not doing that. And so I think there's at least two things that are impeachable offenses. The resolution is expected to pass unless more Republicans choose a side with Democrats. Well, it's already passed. It's there. it got defeated. Anyway, so there it is. What do you think about it? 928-476-0331. I want to know what you think about that. Is it worthwhile? Or are we just spinning wheels, wasting time, when there are, frankly, other bigger fish to fry? Are we going to continue down this path of self-destruction by continuing to vote more billions and billions and billions of more dollars down the toilet to fund wars? Yes, some of that's going to Israel, I understand, but a lot of it's going to Ukraine, a lot of it's going to other places, and none of it's coming back to help secure the border. None of it's coming back to help the homeless. None of it's coming back to help the people of the United States live secure lives. None of it is helping anybody in the United States, except those who sit in seats of supposed power. I'm beyond concerned at this point that the Republicans and the Democrats in Congress just don't give a flying fuck about the citizens that they are supposed to represent, or the states. They are more concerned about winning their own reelections. They're more concerned about that next deal. They're more concerned about other people than they are about the job of securing the best for their citizens, making sure that their citizens have enough food on their table, making sure that their citizens have the resources necessary to carry on with life. And no, I'm not talking about massive increases in welfare spending. No, I'm talking about, just for crying out loud, the amount we've spent sending money into Ukraine. We could have purchased, we could have built every single homeless person in the United States a house. That's how much we sent to watch an entire generation of Ukrainians die. And no, I'm not saying halt all aid to them. No, I'm not saying that we don't put pressure on Russia to get the hell out. What I'm saying is we sit down and we force Ukraine and Russia to talk to one another, to find a peaceful solution to this, because we're just sending money and lives down a hole that can never be recovered. Ukraine is never going to win this war against Russia. They just don't have the numbers. They just don't have the resources. Oh, but they will if we send them more money. No, they won't, because they don't have the numbers to support the money we send them or the equipment we send them. Russia can keep pouring in bodies to fill a gap, and the bodies in Ukraine are running out. There needs to become a negotiated settlement or an outright surrender. I don't care which. I don't care the fuck which. If I haven't figured out, I want to stop the killing. That's all I want. That's all I ever wanted. That's all I have ever wanted. I just wanted to stop to the killing. Stop the nonsense. Allow it so people can get on with their lives. But no, we want to continue to fund something that's just a black hole. We're never. Yeah, I received a call the other day. Somebody, yeah, but this is just lend-lease. This we're just blending into. We're never going to see it back. We're backing the losing horse here. You think Russia's going to repay Ukraine's debts? No. They're going to look at us and laugh at us like, you dumbasses. We back in the wrong horse. And yet we do stunts like this in the House of Representatives and continue to have more stunts and get nothing done for the American people. Anyway, it is the Raw. I'm your host, most of Miss Dan Hans. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, more right here on the Raw.
This portion of the Raw could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at theraw@ktox.com. That's theraw@ktox.com. theraw@ktox.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
Learn how to defend yourself and your loved one. Kingman Force on Force. Krav Maga. Empty hands. Edge weapons. Firearms training. Train like law enforcement with our virtual range simulator. AZCCW classes. Free gun safety classes. Our instructors are ACDPS licensed, NRA certified, and former Combat Special Forces. 3001 Stockton Hill Road, Kingman, Arizona. www.kingmanforceonforce.com.
I'm Rob Hansen.
And I'm Henry Longbreak, along with Tundra.
And KTOX 1340 AM, we are pleased to support the Mojave County Sheriff's Canine Foundation.
The Mojave County Canine Foundation teams with the Mojave County Sheriff Department to keep our county safer. It increases deputy safety, and the dogs are highly visible deterrents against robberies, burglaries, and drug dealing.
Canines can save time clearing buildings. It takes less than the quarter of the time that it would take a deputy on his own.
Canines can track juvenile runaways, missing elderly persons, fleeing suspects, and provide comfort to traumatized victims.
For more information about the Mojave County Sheriff's Canine Foundation, or you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation or host a fundraising event that includes a canine demonstration, call John Sancelli at 651-270-0920 or go online at www.mcsk9f.com.
The Mojave County Sheriff Canine Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Okay, this is the Target house.
Yeah, but Jimmy, what about this here sticker?
What sticker?
Right here on the door. These premises protected by Southwest Alarm Service. 763-4331 and 753-2333.
That's just a sticker. One of these companies is going all over town giving these things out to everybody. Forget about it. If you're ever going to be any good in the burglar business, you're going to have to learn these things. Now, we're inside. You get the stuff down here, and I'll get the stuff upstairs. You know, cash, jewelry.
Jimmy, what time is it?
It's about 1 a.m. Why?
Because it looks like sun came up outside.
You in the house. You're completely surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Just a sticker, huh, Jimmy?
Southwest Alarm Service, 753-2333 or 763-4331. Because real security is more than a yard sign or a sticker. Call Southwest Alarm Service today.
Southwest Alarm has the only 24-hour locally monitored central station.
And welcome back. It is the Raw. I'm your hostess with Moses. Of course, we're waiting on Henry. He'll probably be in a little after the top of the hour. I hope. I hope. I don't know. It depends on when he'll be done with city council. I was just thinking over the break if I should pop in and see if they're still doing that. I'm not sure if they broadcast live or what. I have no earthly idea. I suppose I could look. Let's see. I could go here to ScrewTube. YOUTUBE. There we go. And let's see here now. City of Needles. CIT. of needless. City of Needles. There we go. See if they are. Yeah, see they're not they're not live. Figures. That's okay. I don't have time. I don't want to bore you sitting here trying to find their live feed and jump in there and it's and end up causing a problem because it's when you're in there, your mic and your camera's live, and I don't want to confuse the situation. So with their the thing is they do it via a Zoom kind of meeting, and it's a little bit nonsensical how they actually do it. Where they could, just live stream the entire thing to YouTube and not worry about it. Yeah, not worry about it. Have a link there. Here it is. Here's the live stream. People can go in and watch and not be forced to have microphones and video cameras and stuff like that turn on accidentally and interrupt the meeting. So I don't know. It's weird how they do that. Anyway, 928-476-0331. Definitely want to hear about your I definitely want to hear about what you think of this. Vote. Of course, there's been a lot. There's been a lot, actually. The potato chorus expresses outrage. Yeah. See if there's a video of it. I want no, there's no video. Oh, come on. Anyway, let's share this. You guys should be able to see this. You'd think that you'd think that you'd want to be able to see this, right? Yeah, sure. Anyway, Biden released the following statement: history will not look kindly on the House of Representatives for their blatant act of unconstitutional partisanship that has targeted an honorable public servant in order to play petty political games. Okie dokie. Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas, a Cuban immigrant who came to the United States with his family as political refugees, has spent more than 2 decades serving America with integrity and in a decorated career in law enforcement and public service. Oh, isn't that nice? From his time in the Justice Department as a U.S. attorney to his service as Deputy Secretary and now Secretary of Homeland Security, he has upheld the rule of law faithfully and has demonstrated a deep commitment to the values that make our nation great. Really? Really? So ignoring laws and allowing the unlawful immigration of millions of people into the United States, he is upholding he's upholding the laws. Really? Okay, whatever. Don't try to figure out a potato. It'll just drive you nuts. Well, really. Excuse me. Anyway, this impeachment already failed once on a bipartisan vote. Instead of staging political stunts like this, Republicans with genuine concerns about the border should want Congress to deliver more border resources and stronger border security. Excuse me, Mr. Potato Head, you already have everything you need. You have the full force of the entirety of the U.S. government. You can deploy our troops. You can deploy more people to close the border. You can finish things. And then you can go to Congress and say, hey, I'm doing the best I can with what I got, but I'm going to need more funding. Show them that you're doing something other than just sitting on your hands. Oh, those nasty Republicans in Congress won't help me do anything. The problem is they refuse to give you the help that you want. And that's more money to useless projects that do absolutely nothing and go absolutely nowhere. He goes on to say, sadly, some Republicans pushing this baseless impeachment are rejecting bipartisan plans Secretary Mayorkas and others in my administration have worked on to strengthen border security at this very moment, reversing from years of their own demands to pass stronger border bills. Giving up on real solutions right when they are needed the most in order to play politics is not what the American people expect from their leaders. Well, I'll give you that much. Yeah, that's true. But for some reason, the impeachments of Donald J. Trump during his presidency were just as baseless and just as fruitless and just as silly. And just as politically motivated. The House needs to pass Senate's national security supplement right away. We will continue pushing for real solutions and to the challenges Americans face. The House Republicans have decided whether to join us to solve the problem or keep playing politics with the border. So, yeah, there you go. So that's the potatoes reaction. It's all this. It was a good thing it was in a is it a verbal statement? I don't know. Or was it a written statement? Written by somebody else. Because I don't think he could have strung that many words together. But somebody wrote it down using the voice of the president and say, hey, we don't like this. Republicans are playing fair. They're accusing a good man of not following the law. What is it the Democrats have been screaming about for 6 years now? No one is above the law. No one is above the law. You break the law, you get punished, right? Okay. Homeland Security Secretary's job was to enforce the laws of the United States of America. He has failed to do so. He's failed to do so on many different times, many different levels. So, congratulations. We no longer he has an impeachment. Now it's up to the Senate whether to sustain it or reject it. In the meantime, we still have tens of thousands of people a month coming across the border. In the meantime, we still have a border crisis. In the meantime, we still have a fentanyl crisis. In the meantime, we still have homeless by the tens of thousands sleeping in the streets. In the meantime, American citizens are trying to figure out how they're going to feed their family this next month, or how they're going to afford medicine, or how they're going to be able to do the things that they need to do. And this camera is driving me absolutely fucking bonkers. It comes in, goes out there. I don't know. Maybe I just ought to shut off the camera and, make a pretty face. Stops camera. There we go. See, there. That's clean. That's clean. You could look at a bouncing dot. There we go. No, that doesn't work real well. Hey, if you want to help me get a new camera, go ahead and get on theraw.locals.com. Sign up for an account that's $50 a year or $5 a month, and that'll help me buy a new camera. Oh, good grief. Of course, if you have one sitting around, you can pop it in a box. If you have a camera that works, that the autofocus is not doing weird shit with, okay, you can send that to the Raw, P.O. Box 22014, Bullhead City, Arizona 86442. Or you're just going to have to put up with it until I, can afford a new camera for this. Really, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I really would encourage you to send your packages and your letters off to that address below there, right there. At least somebody, just even if it's a selfless, just a letter on the inside that says 2 words, "Fuck you." You can seal it up, address it, and send it. I'd be thrilled. But seriously, theraw.locals.com, theraw.locals.com. Go and sign up, go and join, and you'll get notified every time we go live. I don't think you got a notification today because I think I may have forgotten. Oh, I forgot. I need to go. I need to go do that during the break. I really do. Top of the hour break. I'll do that here in 15 minutes or so. I'll go and make a post and say, "Oops, I forgot to post this. You've missed an hour. Welcome to the program." Anyway, 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331. I want to talk to you. I want to know what you think about this Mayorkas, this Mayorkas impeachment. Do you agree with me that it's just a colossal waste of time? Or do you think it's something that needs to be done, which I also agree it needed to be done? I want your opinions on it because, like I said, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about it. I truly don't know what to think about it. Like I said, I think it's something that needed to be done, but I think it's also going to prove out to be a colossal waste of time and resources. It's going to cost money. It's going to cost the United States people money to shut down government for a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is to hold the impeachment trial over in the Senate. It's going to cost the American people time and money. We're already sending people who hate us tons of money. So I guess welcome to the party. Welcome to the stupidity. 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331. Chuck, I know you're listening, so you best be fucking calling in, asshole. I know you want to. I know you want to. I know you have strong reservations about this. I know you have a strong opinion about this. (928-476-0331). like I said, it's all silliness. It's all stupid. I don't need. Yep, and that's the problem. I don't know where to go with this. I honestly don't know where to go with this. I want to say this is a good thing. You know, facts will be relayed to the American people. The case will be laid out. But, you know, we've seen with other impeachments of other people that the truth is the farthest thing from anybody's mind when it comes down to shit like this. So, I don't know. All the political stupidity that's been going on in the last 5 years has just been it's soul crushing. It's soul crushing. To somebody like me who loves this country as much as I do, it's just absolutely soul crushing. And I want to see this country succeed. I want to see this country go forward. But with the bad actors that we have in Congress, all the Congress critters, I'm talking both sides of the aisle, folks, not just the Democrats. I'm talking both sides of the aisle. People that are supposed to have our back, whose only interest is themselves and the power that they can wield. And by the way, the power that they can wield is the money that they spend. That's the only power they have. The power of the purse. The laws they pass cost us money. Every single time. Well, we need to put in funding for this. Or, you know, they have a funding neutral law that they make. Well, it's not going to cost anybody money. Yet, invariably, there's going to be add-ons and riders of that bill that's going to cost the American people billions of dollars somewhere else. May I remind you, the bridge to nowhere. May I remind you, funding for stupid shit, like the sexual habits of frogs in Nevada or something like that. I think it was something like that. It was sexual habits of some invertebrate. Or was it an invertebrate or amphibian? I'm sorry. Or sending billions of dollars overseas to fund gender diversity studies. Yeah, they did that. They did that. They sent money to Pakistan earmarked for gender studies in Pakistan. Gender diversity studies in Pakistan. They sent money for that. They spent money for that. I don't remember how many billions of dollars it was. It was a ludicrous amount. Of course, that's not where that money went. Of course not. It went somewhere else. It went somewhere stupid. It went somewhere insane. And yet, you know, they continue to do things like this and spend money. And amazingly, they're the only ones that seem to be getting richer. They go into Congress almost dead broke at the start of their careers. And by the time they're in their second or third term, they're multimillionaires. How could that be? Are they making that much money sitting there in the Congress? No, they're not. They're not making that much money. Yet the laws that they scream about, that nobody's above the law, they've made themselves immune to certain laws. They have made themselves immune to laws that require financial openness. Laws that say you can't invest in a company if you have insider trading knowledge. Laws that if you and I had that same access to that same information, we'd be going to prison. And we'd lose everything we ever made and everything we've ever had. We'd lose it all. Yet those same people that scream, nobody's above the law, is above the law. Kind of silly, isn't it? You know, there's always been a certain amount of leeway that the law has given policymakers and lawmakers. That is, you know, they cannot be held financially responsible for a bad law that they pass. Okay, for instance, they pass a bad law, it ends up injuring people. They cannot be held personally responsible for damages for that. Okay. They lose the next election. They're out of office. The laws get overturned, gets fixed, and we go on with life. However, there's also been laws passed by and signed into law by various executives that have made the lawmakers immune to laws that they currently pass. For instance, the Affordable Health Care Act. If you are a serving member of Congress, that's both houses, you are immune from any of the law. You are immune from any of the laws that regarding the Affordable Health Care Act or Obamacare. You weren't charged the $5,000 penalty for not having it. You weren't charged. It was you were. It's okay. It's okay, Mr. Senator, Mr. Representative. It's okay, Congress critter guy. You don't have to pay. You're immune from it. Securities and stock exchange laws. They don't have to follow those. They don't have to follow those. They're free to make as much money insider trading as they want. And yet they scream and yell and protest and cry and bitch and complain about every other politician like Trump. No one's above the law. He broke the law. No one's above the law. When there are specific laws that grant immunity to a sitting president for pretty much everything he does during his administration. He's the chief executive. He has the ability to declassify anything he wants to declassify. He has the ability on his own authority to share whatever information he deems necessary to share with anybody at any time. Of course, one could hope that they're smarter than that, and they don't do that. But they do. And now, of course, President Trump is looking at charges of espionage, essentially, for documents that he declassified and took home with him. Whoop-de-fucking-do. He was the president of the United States. He had that ability. That was his call to make. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, of course, this administration, nobody's above the law, continues to break laws left and right, or not follow the laws, or ignore laws if they become inconvenient to them, or do whatever they feel they want to do, and then expect to be held unaccountable for those decisions. It's the game of politics in the United States. And that's why I'm disgusted with it. I'm disgusted with both sides because they're both just as fucking guilty. They both have it. Yeah, absolutely. Meaning hurts. 22 Republican senators vote for Ukrainian, Israeli, and Taiwanese borders. Obviously, they don't give a shit about our border. Abso-fucking-lutely right. Abso-fucking-lutely right. They don't give a crap about us. They don't care if we are starving. They don't care if we can't afford medicine or food or housing or anything like that. We could be dying in the streets and they wouldn't give a flying fuck about us as long as they got whatever it is, their kickbacks from whatever funding that they're sending overseas. They don't give a crap about us. And this is why they've all got to go. All of them. And this is Republicans and Democrats alike. They are equally guilty of hurting the American people. Equally. 928-476-0331. 928-476-0331. We're going to take a quick little break. It is top of the hour. My gosh. Holy cow. What happened to this hour? It went gone. Of course, I think maybe possibly, maybe not, who knows, that Henry will be joining us in the next hour. At least I hope he does. I really hope he does, because I'd like to hear from him. I'd like to hear what he has to say about this. And of course, I'd like to hear what he has to say. It's not going to be smart. It's going to be rather fucking stupid, but that's all right. Let's go. We'll be right back. It is The Raw. Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
If a natural disaster comes knocking, how prepared is your family? You can't just close the door on earthquakes, floods, or hurricanes and hope they go away. That's why it's important to make a plan now. Ready.gov/plan has the tools and tips you need to prepare your family for an emergency. So if disaster shows up at your doorstep, you'll be ready. Visit ready.gov/plan and make a plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
All right, everybody in the car. Let's go.
What are we gonna do first when we get there, Mom? Go for a hike?
Sure, if you want.
What about canoeing? Can we go canoeing too?
I don't see why.
What about a bike ride? No, I want to fish.
Oh,
I've never been fishing.
Honey, we can do it all.
How long does it take to get to the forest?
It's not.
Is it gonna be long?
No, sweetie.
I bet it takes forever.
It's not that far.
Are we there yet?
Yep, we're here.
Already? No way! Come on.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a neighborhood park or green space near you. Also, find fun activities to do like boating and biking or camping and hiking, plus much more. It's all right in your naturehood. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
Okay, this is the target house.
Yeah, but Jimmy, what about this here sticker?
What sticker?
Right here on the door. These premises protected by Southwest Alarm Service. 763-4331 and 753-2333.
That's just a sticker. One of these companies is going all over town giving these things out to everybody. Forget about it. If you're ever going to be any good in the burglar business, you're going to have to learn these things. Now, we're inside. You get the stuff down here, and I'll get the stuff upstairs. You know, cash, jewelry.
Jimmy, what time is it?
It's about 1 a.m. Why?
Because it looks like sun came up outside.
You in the house. You're completely surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Just a sticker, huh, Jimmy?
Southwest Alarm Service, 753-2333 or 763-4331. Because real security is more than a yard sign or a sticker. Call Southwest Alarm Service today.
Southwest Alarm has the only 24-hour locally monitored central station.
The opinions voiced on the Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, fuck Fauci. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Doc does it and they call them racist. We the people. Let's go, Brandon. We the people. Let's go, Brandon. We the people.
Oh my goodness gracious me, mercy sakes alive. We are cooking with gas. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay. You know, of course there's there is a report out, of course, that streamed on Fox tonight, you know, that we'll watch that here in a minute. I haven't heard it, I haven't listened to it, but apparently Jesse Waters, or Jesse whatever the fuck his name is on Fox News, has a story that he released. Strong evidence emerges claiming CIA masterminded the entire Russian collusion hoax leveraged against President Trump. Boom, boom, boom. For laughs, grins, shits, and giggles, let's go ahead and watch that. There we go. There he is. Let's listen to that.
Entire Russia hoax. For years, we were told that tips from an Australian diplomat tipped off the FBI after a random conversation with Papadopoulos, a no-name 20-something. But according to new reporting by Michael Schellenberger and Matt Taibbi, the whole thing was a CIA setup. Former CIA Director John Brennan identified 26 Trump associates to be targeted by the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance. And then those interactions were the targets and were targeted by the FBI as suspicious. And that's how the FBI launched the Russia collusion hoax. The details of this entire operation have been stored in a top secret binder in a secret room in Washington. Trump ordered the whole thing declassified. And now the rumor is that the binder might be missing.
Bum, bum, bum. The plot sickens. I don't know. It's, you know, the daily grind between Washington trying to do something underhanded to a political opponent like Trump or other people they don't like. I mean, right now, what was it? RFK Jr. has been asking repeatedly for Secret Service protection. He continually is denied that denied. And it begs to the question begs to be asked, who the fuck are we fighting for? Or what the fuck are we fighting for? Of course, because, you know, President Trump was president of the United States at one point. He is legally and lawfully entitled to Secret Service protection. And RFK Jr., who is running for president of the United States, of course, he is the presumptive independent nominee because, well, there's no other independents really stack up to him. At this point, is also lawfully entitled to Secret Service protection. It's an election year, ladies and gentlemen. It's an election year. Yet they deny it. Treat him as a joke. I don't know if he's a joke or not. I have a feeling he is going to be taking some serious Democrat votes away from Biden, and probably some serious Republican votes away from Trump. Oh yes, and if you're wondering if I don't consider Trump the presumptive nominee, yeah, I do. It's not over until it's not over until all the crying is done. You know, at the end of the conventions, Republican and Democrat alike. But you know, he is the presumptive nominee. Wow, my camera's actually working right for a moment. But how do we want to proceed with this? Do we want to give people equal protection under the law? That, you know, or do we want to pick and choose? Whether you consider RFK Jr. a serious candidate or not, he is a candidate, and there goes my camera again. He is a candidate. Damn thing. I'm so sick and tired of this fucking camera. Oh Lord. Yeah. If I could open the camera settings and turn off autofocus, it would be great. But there's no way I can with this freaking model of this camera. I mean, it's focused to right there. Let's see if I can't bring my hand back slowly and make it magically appear that is correct. they don't give a crap about us. They never have. They never will. They don't give a crap about political. They don't give a crap about who's running for president or who's not running for president. I mean, the stupid, we're not going to prosecute Biden letter for, having classified documents unsecured in his fucking garage and everywhere else. And then claiming that, well, he's old and has a bad memory. In other words, he's too feeble to be prosecuted. I somewhat agree with that. I mean, good Lord. Have you heard the man talk? 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331 is the number if you want to join the conversation. But it just keeps going around in circles and circles and circles until you are so bloody fucking insane that no wonder we can't make up our minds. And of course, both sides do their dead level best to divide us from one another. They have made sure that we are fighting for their political ideology to the point where it's divided families, friends from friends, communities from each other, caused riots in the streets. So, is there any reason why that these motherfuckers think they can get away with everything? Because our attention is so scattered and so unfocused that we've lost our power to complain. Oh my God, Chuck, Democrats win big. Okay, fine. I don't care. It's not that big of a win. Really isn't that big of a win. Did they tip the balance? No. Didn't tip the balance. The balance, of course, is narrower than it was before, but it didn't tip the balance because he was already gone. That's not a big win, Chuck. That's a who the fuck cares to begin with. Have to see if that Oh yes, okay. Here we go. Race called. Okay, I see what you're let's see. Democrat Tom Salzi wins the New York District 3 special election. How awful. Republicans give George Santos seat to a Democrat. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Once again, it's still so what? Things aren't going to get any better. Even if Democrats took the majority, are things going to get better? I don't think so. We just end up seeing very, very, very stupid and expensive bills pass through Congress faster than they are. We would see more money being sent to our enemies and nothing spent on the people who actually need it in the United States. That would be her citizens. And we'd see those motherfuckers who hold seats gain even more riches because of the kickbacks and special deals that they're giving away. Just ask the big guy. Just ask the big guy who, collects his 10% on the bullshit. Yeah, well, let's see here now. Longview, Washington voters approve public school replacement levy with 63% saying yes. Do you care about that shit? I have no idea what that shit is. So call me, fucker. It's the number's like right there. 928-476-0331. I have no idea what that is, what that's all about. And honestly, yeah, no, I don't think I give a shit. But until I know what it is. A levy, is that like a dike holding back water they need to replace? Well, that's true. Yeah, that's probably something, but that's Longview, Washington voters. That's not the morons in Congress. So call Chucky. Come on, I dare you. I dare you, Chuck. No, that's all right. I love Chuck. Chuck is a good guy. He is a longtime listener. He loves the call. He loves the talk. He loves the argument. And I love having him on because, sometimes he actually does bring a unique perspective that makes you sit back and you have to think about it for a second. And then you realize he's so full of shit that, it's leaking out of his ears and he probably needs toilet paper to wipe. But, that's okay. But 928-476-0331, you want to disagree with me? Call me. Call me on it. I dare you. Especially if you're Alabama man. Why aren't you calling Alabama man? Why don't you call me at 928-476-0331? Why don't you make sure that what I'm saying meets with your approval? If you don't know who Alabama Man is a listener who calls into the radio station I work at, and all he does is argue with anyone. It doesn't matter. And then when you try to say something in rebuttal, he'll cut you off and he'll continue on and continue on and continue on. He's just one of those kind of people that are annoyances. He calls to hear his own voice on the radio. And it's hilarious and he's funny. And he obviously, doesn't really give a shit about anything other than himself. Anyway, it is raw. I'm going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we'll be talking more about things, and of course, with you at 928-476-0331. We'll be right back.
This portion of The Raw could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at theraw@ktox.com. That's theraw@ktox.com. theraw@ktox.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010. United Private Investigations, owned by Lyle Sharman, has over 30 years of investigative experience in criminal, civil, business, and private investigations. United Private Investigations provides professional and confidential investigations for corporations, companies, legal professionals, insurance companies, and individuals. Voted Best Private Investigator in Mojave County in 2018 and 2019. Contact Lyle Sharman with United Private Investigations at 928-542-5178.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hey, you. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve a break. Enjoy a moment of indulgence. It's time for Zanna Coffee. Guilt-free pleasure. Zanna Coffee is the organic coffee to amplify your senses and enhance love for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Only the best organic and GMO-free coffee beans from around the world that I selected. Zanna Coffee brings you happiness in every cup. Fair trade certified, sustainable organic coffee. That means we do not use slaves. Free Zanna songs with every coffee bag. Find Zanna Coffee at www.zannacoffee.com. www.zannacoffee.com. Get your coffee bag now. Don't be cheap. Life is too short, and you deserve the best. Zanna Coffee.
Oh my goodness gracious me. Mercy sakes alive. Of course I've been taunting. I've been taunting Chuck. Yeah, I think he's given up. He's not good. He's not going to call in. He's not going to watch the program, which makes me sad because I do really like talking to Chuck. He's a good guy. He what it may be, he may be, just not feeling well enough. Funny thing is, he didn't call in this weekend either, and he usually calls in several times, so that's all right. 928-476-0331. Still waiting on Henry to get in. Haven't heard back from him. I shot him a message, so I'm going to assume he's still sitting there in council listening to stupid things. So he may be on, he may not be on. We may go the full 3 hours, we may not go the full 3 hours. It all depends upon him, and of course, it depends upon you about talking about what you want to talk about as well. Let's go back here and see this. Okay, well, one of the other stories that I really did want to get into was the Supreme Court response to Trump's request to pause the immunity ruling in the Jack Smith January 6th case. The U.S. Supreme Court on Tuesday responded to President Trump's emergency application requesting the High Court pause the immunity ruling in the Jack Smith's January 6th D.C. case. Justice Roberts on Tuesday responded to Trump's emergency request and told counsel Special Counsel Jack Smith that he has a week to respond. The Supreme Court gave Jack Smith until Tuesday, February 20th, to file a response to Trump's request to pause the appellate court's ruling on immunity. Last week, a federal appeals court stacked with Joe Biden judges denied Trump's immunity on special counsel in special counsel Jack Smith's January 6th D.C. case. The three-judge panel for the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled on Trump's immunity claims. Florence Pan, a Biden appointee, Michelle Childs, a Biden appointee, and Karen Henderson, a George W. Bush appointee. Okay, don't have any idea what that has to do with anything, but okay. We conclude that that concerns of public policy, especially as illuminated by our history of the structure of our government, compelled the rejection of his claims of immunity in this case. They wrote, blah, 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 go on and on. Trump's lawyers argue that Trump is immune from federal prosecution for alleged crimes committed while he was served as U.S. president. In the 234 years of American history, no president has ever faced criminal prosecution for his official acts until 19 days ago. No court has ever addressed whether immunity from such prosecution exists. To this day, no appellate court has addressed it. The question stands amongst the most complex, intricate, and momentous issues that the court will be called to decide. On January 9th, the three-judge panel heard oral arguments and appeared skeptical of Trump's immunity claims. One judge appointed by Biden asked the attorney John Squire if Trump would be subject to criminal prosecution if he ordered SEAL Team 6 to assassinate his political rivals, which is an asinine question to ask. But then again, they're federal judges. They can be asinine all they want. They're judges. They can ask whatever questions they want. In the meantime, the March 4th trial for Jack Smith's D.C. case has been postponed indefinitely until all these issues can be resolved. And I imagine that Trump's request to place it on hold from the Supreme Court is so that they can get through Super Tuesday without having to be in court and be distracted by all that. A month earlier, Judge Tanya Calton, an Obama appointee who's overseeing Jack Smith's January 6th case against Trump in D.C. the trial, Judge Calton had in order to postpone the trial and told the prospective jurors that were asked to fill out a pretrial questionnaire not to appear in court. Meanwhile, in Florida, Judge Cannon, the Trump appointee who's overseeing Jack Smith's classified documents case in Florida, will hold a March 1 hearing to get status update on the special counsel's D.C. case. Cannon suggested that the May 20th trial for the classified documents case be postponed if the special counsel doesn't resolve the Trump immunity argument in a timely manner. So, of course, there's more legal wrangling, more this, more that, more of everything else. And we're still not doing anything to fix homeless in the fucking streets. We're still not doing anything to resolve ever increasing higher prices in the United States. We're not doing anything to increase employability for people in the United States. Gas, by the way, gas went up. Gas is going right back up. Boop, 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 boop. Cheapest place in town here in Bullhead City. I don't know where it is where you live, and that's fine. It's probably a lot more, or a lot less, or a lot something or another. $2.81, I believe. $2.81 a gallon. 281.9. So 282. That's up almost 15 cents from where it was this time last week. I'm not sure what it is nationwide. I haven't looked. I can look that up real quick. Let's see. Gas PR. Gas prices. Yeah, there we go. AAA. Come on. Give me the trip. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Yesterday, the national the average was $3.19 a gallon. It's up $3.25 currently today. 1 week ago, it was $3.14. A month ago, it was $3.07. So yeah, guess what? Gas prices are going back up, and fuel costs, the cost of shipping goods, is going back up. And guess what? You'll pay for it. You'll pay for it with ever increasing prices at the store because, well, it costs money. But you know, the funny thing is, you know, once those prices go up, they very rarely go down, unless you're dealing with commodity things like meats and stuff. Eggs are a commodity. Milk is a commodity. Pork bellies are a commodity. Beef carcasses are a commodity. And those prices rise and fall with the market. Albeit slower than others. Then there was a time where we were paying over $8 for a dozen eggs. I don't know what it is currently. I think it's somewhere around $2 a dozen. Maybe less, maybe more. I don't know. I haven't purchased a dozen eggs in a couple of weeks. And frankly, I didn't really pay attention to how much it cost when I did. I just wanted some eggs for a for a recipe I was making. Oh man, yeah, I get these notifications, all these damn notifications, and not the ones I'm looking for. Definitely not the ones I'm looking for. But you know, what say you? What do you think? You know, of course, let's go ahead and share this data over here because you know you can see it for yourself. These are the national average gas prices according to AAA. Right there, you can see the map. You know, mid grade. You know, it's up all the way across the board. What are we doing to ourselves? What are we doing to ourselves? You know, and yes, these prices affect what other prices you pay. Do you think your hi Henry, welcome back. Do you think your paycheck is going to increase just because these prices are going up? Hi Henry, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Good. Welcome back. We were beginning to wonder if you were ever going to bother to show up.
Wow. Yeah, long meeting.
Here's my complaint. Okay,
I'm not on time.
Whatever. Okay, that's a minor complaint.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Here's my major complaint. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
That the link to be able to view online is not readily available.
What link?
The link that allows you to view the city council meeting live online when the city council is happening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's wrong with it?
It's not readily available. You have to go hunting for it. And
I'll find
for the life of me, I could not find it. And my other complaint is is because of the type of online viewing that you use. All right.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to do it here, all right, it would take over my microphone and my camera, and I might start the raw in city council meeting, and that would be a bad thing.
Yeah, you can't really say fuck them.
I could. But it wouldn't be pleasant.
Wouldn't go over too well.
No, it would go over like a lead brick. But no, that's my complaint. Okay.
Yeah, well, you know what?
The thing,
minor stuff.
What? Yeah, sort of minor stuff, but it's kind of important. Right? What are you yammering about? I have no idea.
You can't hear me?
Are you lagging? I can hear you. Are you lagging?
Not that I know of. It doesn't show it on this end.
Because I speak and I wait 10 seconds before you respond.
All right, I'll reboot the internet.
No, don't reboot the internet. It'll even itself out. But instead of yelling, use your fucking microphone and use your goddamn headphones.
My microphone's right here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Why don't you use your headphones? So you don't.
I just rushed in. I didn't even change my shirt.
I thought you were going to say I didn't change my shorts. I was going to say, well, maybe you had to do that at the top of the hour.
Oh no! I took my pants off. I'm naked from the waist down.
There you go. There you go. Now you can hear we can hear each other better now, correct?
No,
you can't hear me. That's a sad thing. He's of course he's going to mute the microphone.
Is it good?
There, yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Hear me now?
I can. I've been able to hear you.
Now I can't hear you over the headphones.
Yeah, well, I have no idea why that is. Should be able to, but that's all right. That's all right. It's a setting you fucked with, and
you can hear the microphone now, right?
What's that?
There, I can hear you better with that microphone off, headphones off. I can't hear you at all in the headphones.
One of these days
we did some of the settings. We did some of the settings and it screwed it up.
Who's we?
You and me.
Not me.
Yes, a couple weeks ago we did that. We did that to preset it. Yes, we did.
Yeah, I told you to go down there and then choose the headphones, but that's all right. Your computer resets shit.
Huh?
Yeah. That's exactly it. Your computer resets shit. So that's all right. 928-476-0331. I'm glad you're finally here. I really am. And
yeah, me too. Trust me. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you get the great key debate resolved?
Well, I did say something about it because there was an issue at El Garces last week, that there was somebody in El Garces with their two kids, and they were approached. Says, "What are you doing here?" And they says, "Oh, well, we know the mayor, and the mayor gave us their key." You can't do that. You can't do that. So I says, we need the keys. We need. I said
we need to control the keys.
Yes, and what I did say, I didn't say mayor. I didn't say mayor, but someone gave them the keys, and they were in there, and that's an insurance problem with the city. We could get sued. We could lose our city. And I says, we need the laser keys cut, and they need to be assigned. They need to be not given out, but they need to be checked out and checked back in. So we'll see what they do.
Of course. There we go. My camera is no. You don't need to do that, Henry.
Oh, okay. I thought I would.
The reason I did that is because my camera keeps fucking up. So
okay, I did. I'm just copycatting.
Well, you're just being a fucking idiot, is what you're being. Okay, and so's your dog.
Oh wow! he missed. He's with Tundra. He missed Tundra because she was gone with me. He's funny.
God. Oh my goodness gracious me. Henry, can we
stop now? Stop now! Go out in the other room.
There you go. I mean,
dude, that got to be a little bit much.
Yeah, really. You don't say.
But anyway, yeah. I said something about that, and there was a food grant. It went to all three of the ministries.
Oh my goodness gracious me!
I voted no.
You voted no.
Jamie McCorkle voted no, and 4 people voted yes.
All right, the Raw, you're on the air.
Go ahead.
Hello, the Raw, you're on the air.
Tell that son of a bitch to shut up.
Which son of a bitch?
I'm just kidding.
Hi, Chuck. How you doing?
Shut the fuck up, Chuck.
Hi.
I've been taunting you
What's
for
up,
an
Chuck?
hour to call, and you finally call.
I know.
I was doing stuff. I was calling my kid. And
he was at city council.
That's okay. All right. You were doing important things. That's fine. I will forgive you then. Sure.
Tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
That's tomorrow.
Okay.
And it falls on a Wednesday, so that's the irony of Valentine's Day falling on Hump Day. Is Come on.
Yeah. You just tell them Happy Valentine's Day. Hump Day.
Now I don't have a Valentine, and I'm definitely not going to get humped. Oh fuck! My entire life is ruined.
Hey, Mike just came back in town.
Yourself if you want.
Look, I did that a long time ago, honey. It's not all it's cracked up to be. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about last week. My kid had a bomb threat at the school she goes to, and that got the wheels turning in a lot of the kids' head about, how quick everything can change. Opened up discussions about the possibility of mass shooting in the school. That kind of thing really, I don't know. It just makes you realize how shit can change just in a New York minute, to sound cliche.
Yes, it can. Now I saw this message you said earlier, and I was a little bit confused by it. But Longview, well, that's okay. It's all right, Chuck. It's a Chuckism. That's fine. Sometimes you say shit that confuses the hell out of me, and I can't. I can't see the correlation with what I was talking about. But it says Longview voters approved public school replacement levy, with 63% saying yes. Do you care about that shit?
Yeah. Well, you were talking about the congressional race up in New York there.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's Johnny's congressional district.
Johnny!
It could be. And, well, the thing is, it wasn't, we knew that was going to happen. All right. The moment those assholes decided to throw him out, right? And I will say this: they had good cause to throw his ass out. He was a crook. He was stupid, and he got into office on very false pretenses. Not like everybody else that gets in office is a gilded saint.
I am.
Like I was saying, it's not like everybody else who gets in office is a gilded saint, unlike Henry. and unlike Chuck.
Yeah.
I think they should pay. I think I'm tired of seeing Henry work for free at that son of a bitch.
Oh no, he's paid. He's paid $12 a year. So,
okay.
I mean,
I want to see you get $1,000 at least.
hey, look,
Something to cover,
as
cover the cost of gas.
as far as I'm concerned, that's 99 cents a month too much. For
Hey, Chuck,
especially for the level of stupidity that goes on. What's that, Henry? I'm sorry.
I said gas here at Needles $6-7 a gallon.
Okay, quit yelling.
See, that's why they need to pay these people. They need to.
I know.
Just so they can fill their tank.
Yeah.
Or at least good enough to go to the council meeting.
Come on, Needles isn't that big. You could literally yourself could walk to the city council meeting from your house to the council chambers.
Not me.
Yeah, you. It's not that far. Yeah, okay, he's gonna start. He's now Frenching the Malangator. Malangator, yeah, whatever. The tumor. He's Frenching his tumor.
It's got a tumor.
But that's fine. Yeah, of course he likes marshmallows. They're sugary. But don't do that anymore, Henry. It's just distracting, please, and thank you. Well, I mean, Henry, if you want to start your own channel of I'm feeding my dog from my mouth channel, go right ahead.
That's a great show.
I will schedule.
I'm feeding my dog.
I'm feeding my dog like I'm a fucking bird.
I'm gonna give my dog a hamburger.
Dog a hamburger, right straight from my mouth.
Do that again.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I don't have a dog. But if I had a dog, I'd feed him a hamburger
from your mouth.
Hey, when you love your pet,
come on. There's loving your pet, and then
that's
there's
right, Biatch. You hear
pet.
that, Biatch?
I mean, that's.
Did you hear? Do you remember David Letterman's stupid pet tricks when the guy walked in on stage and he let the dog drink milk out of his mouth?
Yeah, like I said, there's.
Oh, God.
there's a line of propriety that I think should be kept, and going. Oh man, well the thing is, Henry does this as a demonstration to prove to himself and to everybody else how gentle his dogs are. Okay,
very
because
gentle.
They daintily take the treat or whatever it is that he's holding in his mouth
without touching me,
without touching him. But on this side of the camera, watching you, it looks like you're Frenching your dog, and I kind of
that's all right.
It's disturbing imagery, okay, and and imagery that could get us kicked off of several platforms.
Fuck YouTube.
Like I said, I'm not worried about YouTube. It's the other platforms I'm worried about. Like Rumble. I think they have a no bestiality clause somewhere. I don't know. Is Frenching your dog bestiality?
I don't know.
I don't know. So, Henry,
it's an animality.
Henry was not amused, or I broke his brain, whichever. Or he just doesn't give a shit.
One way or the other.
Or he just doesn't give a shit whatsoever.
Not at all. I'm enjoying my dinner.
So Chuck, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Henry, I'm glad you're here. Now, I assume you heard about the impeachment of Mayorkas today.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion on that, Chuck?
Well, at least the Republicans got something done. So
okay.
I guess you got to look at the good thing about everything. And
at least they got
something. So now what's going to happen in what's going to happen in the Senate? The Senate, the Democrats are going to get nothing done. Because they're removed from office.
Yeah, 2/3 in the Senate to get him out of there.
Yeah.
Right. So and the Democrats are not going to budge.
No, they're not going to do that. And you'll have some of these Republicans that will side with the Democrats because that's just how the Senate kind of like a Romney type of Republican.
No, what kind of Republican is Romney?
He's old school conservative milk drinking Mormon. And
True. Give him a point for that one.
And no, he's a fucking rhino, is what he is.
Well, he comes from a state that now has taken a leadership in the fight against homelessness, but the harder
you take in your wife's sister.
Right. Yeah, that's hot.
And marry her along with his wife.
And the whole temple garments thing, that has me sexually frustrated. The Mormon underwear.
So I take it you don't have a Valentine for tomorrow either, so your butt hurt just like me.
No, I'll bet I'll get a anonymous, like not really. No. I'll get an anonymous like card or something like that that's just my dream though, but
that's your dream.
From Johnny?
Yeah. I want flowers from Johnny.
That was almost spot on there.
That was pretty good. Well, you better be careful with Johnny. He's going to promise you a ferry and give you nothing.
Will you marry me?
No ferry, no ring, no ideas. I'm sorry.
No ferry for the ferry.
Promise me the Staten Island ferry, and the only thing I get is the Staten Island ferry.
That's it.
I had a drill sergeant Nagel.
Mm-hmm.
His name, Robin Nagel. He was from Long Island, and he talked like Johnny does. I got to ask Johnny one of these days. Hey, do you know a guy named Robin Nagel?
That's my boyfriend.
Chuck. That's hilarious. You say that. You talk to somebody. Somebody from a big city. All right,
right.
New York or Staten Island or somebody like that, and then you talk. Hey, do you by chance happen to know my friend? Who the fuck is that? I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Do you know how many fucking people there are here? And you're asking me that dumbass shit?
Yeah, I know someone that lives in Grants Pass, Oregon. Do you know her? Roberta. Chuck, do you know her?
Yeah, I used to get that all the time. Oh yeah, my cousin's in the Army. His name's Bob.
Oh yeah.
You know Bob?
Oh, I know
Bob.
I know Bob well.
Spelled backwards, Bob.
Yeah, well, that's because he's called Bob because every time we throw him in the water, that's all he does is Bob. But
that's right.
He went down for the last time. He hasn't come back up yet, so we're just going to call him. Well, we're not going to call him anything anymore.
Yeah, because he's sunk.
Yeah, he's sunk. Do you know Bob? He's in the Army. Bob who? Oh, his name's Bob. What's his rank? Private general or something like that. Yeah,
he stands about this tall. He's got short hair.
Yeah. Wears a lot of green.
Yeah. Has shiny boots.
He's like a senior master. I don't know.
Private general.
Now, I think the more distinct your role is in the military, it would be easier for for somebody like that to narrow down. Like, oh yeah, my grandpa is in the Army. Well, what's his name? His name is General Bell. Oh yeah, everybody knows General Bell because he's the fucking commanding officer of. He was the commanding officer of U.S. Army Europe, but so. Yeah, that would be. But if it's private snuffies, I don't know.
2 million different private smithies in the Army. Come on. What unit is he in? I don't know. What does he
I don't
do?
know.
He carries a gun. Oh,
Yeah.
what kind of a gun? I don't know.
A big one.
Well, what's his other job in the Army? I don't know. Does he ever
I
come
think he
home on
shoots
leave?
people.
He hasn't come home on leave ever. Do you know him? No, sorry. Yeah,
What's the longest time you stayed away from you didn't go back home? How long did you stay in Europe for, like, before you took leave?
I stayed away from my home in Europe when I was in Europe my entire tour. Except
So 2 years?
Yeah, the whole 2 years, except I did come back to the United States to spend some time with some friends. But which really pissed my parents off. We're not good enough. Trust me, it wasn't about you at this time. It was all about me. So I came back. I came went to the United States, took some vacation time, and spent some time with some friends to get my head wrapped back somewhat tight again. But no, but actually it was just shortly after I quit drinking, and they gave me some medical leave to 2 weeks medical leave to go and put my head back together. So I took them up on it and I went. Took a $1,600 loan, bought a round trip plane ticket, went and saw some friends at Fort Stewart. I was happy, they were happy, and went back and didn't worry about it, and then went home on leave after my tour was over in Europe. So yeah.
You didn't get to ride on a military plane? You had to pay for a ticket?
When you're on leave, you pay for. Yeah. Look, I could. Do you want to school the civilian, Chuck, or should I?
As far as how
space
military leave
available.
works?
Space available. Do you want to school him on space available?
It is kind of weird seeing a bunch of civilians and army people or military people in civilian clothes getting into a military plane, and it's like military,
Yeah,
it's not like a fucking flight 747 Boeing.
Yeah, well, the thing is, space available, Henry. Okay, means that if you are on leave orders and you decide you're going to take space available, there's no guaranteeing you get on that flight.
So it could be weeks before you get on the flight.
Correct, and then by the time you get on the flight, your leave's over.
Time to come back.
Yeah, well, you never left. So so you buy commercial plane tickets.
There you go.
Fly home and fly back. Space available is just that. If there's space available, sure, welcome aboard. If something more critical comes up, you're booted right off the plane. I mean, even if they are getting ready to taxi, you're booted. You and your shit are booted off the plane. So yeah, no, space available is not the way to travel if you're on leave.
I got a good story for you, real quick.
Okay, go for it.
It reminds me of the story. So I was working customs at Ramstein, and we would check the incoming packs, the passengers off of the space available flights, and give them an amnesty period where they could get rid of any illegal shit or contraband or illegal drugs or whatever. And we choose about 10% of the passengers to examine their bags and stuff like that.
Right.
So one of the things that we do at the window is we check the leave paperwork, the military ID, and the orders if they have it, all that stuff. We had a guy come in through there from a base on the East Coast. I think it was Fort Bragg. And he had a military ID card but he didn't have a leave form.
Oh.
Or he had a leave form, but the leave form didn't have an address in Germany. And so I said, just hold on there for a second. I'm going to call your unit to make sure that it's all right for you to be here. And he didn't want me to call his unit. And I called his unit and talked to his first sergeant, and I go, yeah, this is Sergeant Wallace. I'm over here at Ramstein, and I got a specialist so-and-so over here, and he's the first sergeant was like, what? He's where? He's like, that motherfucker ain't going anywhere. You tell him to get on his fucking plane back. He's not authorized to go to fucking Germany. That poor son of a bitch had to get on a fucking first thing smoking out of there back to Dover or wherever the hell he came from.
Oh my goodness. Well, see now,
how did he get that far?
I was naughty.
He went it, and well, the Air Force fuckers didn't check his shit. We ran into that problem. We ran into that problem more than once. We had somebody fake. She had a fake ID card that got on the plane and faked out and it was like CID. We called CID at that point because she was defrauding the federal government. Fake leave form, fake ID. Like, what the fuck? She actually got on a plane and was going to go visit her husband. So,
oops.
Yeah.
I'll bet you I know who that was. It wasn't me.
I don't. Yeah.
No, but
you know her? Jamie. You know Jamie?
Jamie, yeah.
Could have been Jamie.
She was got caught by Sergeant Wallace.
About 5'3", blonde, flat chested, uglier than hell. Had her stripper union ID card.
No, she had big old bitties.
It's okay. I'm just being facetious at this point. I don't care. But no, no. When I first landed in Germany, all right, and we got off the plane. People were tired, confused, whatever. We were in this stupid warehouse, okay, and I said, okay,
where Rhine-Main?
Yeah, Rhine-Main. So where do I go now? Well, you need to go over there and wait for your unit. I said, okay, fine. So I followed orders. I went over there and did this, and this MP came up to me later and said, hey, did you go through customs? And I said, oh no, I was just told to come over here. I never went through customs. Literally never went through customs. I didn't have anything worth hiding anyway. All I have is my uniforms and basic shit with me, so I could come over and oh Lord, and then I got to thinking later, no, I never went through customs. Nobody ever checked my orders. Nobody ever did this. I just said, okay, I just asked the highest ranking person who was closest to me, where do I go from here? Oh, you need to wait over there for transport over to the 24th replacement. Oh, okay. I think that's what it's called.
24th replacement.
24th replacement. You remember that?
I flew into Frankfurt when I first went over there. Not the Frankfurt International Airport, not Rhine-Main.
Okay.
But Rhine-Main, Henry, just so you know, Rhine-Main Air Force Base is like right next to Frankfurt. Like they're right next to each other. Just to give you
they share runway space.
Gotcha.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I just walked up the steps.
Yeah.
That's why it sounds like I'm getting ready to have a heart attack right now.
Well, please don't. Please
You're
don't.
an old guy. You're 45 years old now.
Yeah, I know. Look,
don't be acting like Alex Jones now.
Now,
if you're taking your vitamins, you shouldn't have to worry about that.
Well, we are considerably over time for our top of the hour break.
We are.
So call us back, okay?
Okay, I'll do that.
All righty.
Thanks, Chuck.
We'll talk to you in a minute, Chuck. It is the Raw. Holy crap! I got to talking to the both of you assholes, and
what?
Yeah, you heard what I said. You heard me.
I got your asshole.
I got your asshole. We'll be right back. It is the Raw. Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
Learn how to defend yourself and your loved one. Kingman Force on Force. Krav Maga. Empty hands. Edge weapons. Firearms training. Train like law enforcement with our virtual range simulator. AZCCW classes. Free gun safety classes. Our instructors are AZDPS licensed, NRA certified, and former Combat Special Forces. 3001 Stockton Hill Road, Kingman, Arizona. www.kingmanforceonforce.com.
I'm Rob Hansen.
And I'm Henry Longbreak, along with Tundra.
And KTOX 1340 AM, we are pleased to support the Mojave County Sheriff's K-9 Foundation.
The Mojave County K-9 Foundation teams with the Mojave County Sheriff Department to keep our county safer. It increases deputy safety, and the dogs are highly visible deterrents against robberies, burglaries, and drug dealing.
K-9s can save time clearing buildings. It takes less than the quarter of the time that it would take a deputy on his own.
K-9s can track juvenile runaways, missing elderly persons, fleeing suspects, and provide comfort to traumatized victims.
For more information about the Mojave County Sheriff's K-9 Foundation, or you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation or host a fundraising event that includes a K-9 demonstration, call John Sanchelli at 651-270-0920 or go online at www.mcsk9f.com.
The Mojave County Sheriff K-9 Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Okay, this is the target house.
Yeah, but Jimmy, what about this here sticker?
What sticker?
Right here on the door. These premises protected by Southwest Alarm Service. 763-4331 and 753-2333.
That's just a sticker. One of these companies is going all over town giving these things out to everybody. Forget about it. If you're ever going to be any good in the burglar business, you're going to have to learn these things. Now, we're inside. You get the stuff down here, and I'll get the stuff upstairs. You know, cash, jewelry.
Jimmy, what time is it?
It's about 1 a.m. Why?
Because it looks like sun came up outside.
You in the house. You're completely surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Just a sticker, huh, Jimmy?
Southwest Alarm Service, 753-2333 or 763-4331. Because real security is more than a yard sign or a sticker. Call Southwest Alarm Service today.
Southwest Alarm has the only 24-hour locally monitored central station.
The opinions voiced on the Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM. the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill! Man, fuck Fauci. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Dog does it and they call them racist.
And welcome back. It is the Rod, your hostess with Moses, Miss Misty and Hans. Of course, over to the absolute right of me there, we've got Henry and Tundra, who's guarding the sacred phone number, 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331. And, welcome back to the program. So did you get my text message?
Did you get my text back?
I don't know. I didn't. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, not really city business.
Okay.
It was between the chamber and the POS.
Okay. So then can we talk about it? If it's not city business, we can talk about it, right?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Well, okay, fine. Well, it seems that the piece of shit mayor has been fucking around where she shouldn't be fucking around and found out.
That's right.
She got a cease and desist letter.
She did. She's fucking with the Chamber of Commerce, and she's trying to stick her nose in where it doesn't belong. Now, mind you, this is the same mayor that almost single-handedly destroyed Mojave Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
She is a piece of work when it comes to any kind of commerce. She claims to be all up for building up her city and everything, but all she's about is tourism, and tourism come to her place only.
What is the chamber precisely accusing her of doing?
She's interfering. She's telling people that the chamber is running the run for the wall. It's chamber's business, and what she's doing is she's telling everybody to donate your money to Deco Foods, because Deco Foods is supplying all the foods for the run for the wall.
Okay,
and that's the Chamber of Commerce's deal. It has nothing to do with her, and that's not the truth. That's not the truth. And among other things, what she's doing, there's signs in the city that the Chamber of Commerce has already contracted out, already getting grants coming in to rebuild all the signs in the city for business, for commerce. And she's putting her nose in there and saying, no, we need to do this, we need to do that. And what he's basically doing is telling her to stay the fuck out of his business, stay the fuck out of Chamber of Commerce business, stay the fuck away from me.
No, well, let's talk about Run for the Wall, because last year for Run for the Wall, and this was probably the single most disgusting shit I have ever had the unpleasure of dealing with.
Yeah, the mayor was asked to resign from someone in the public.
That'd been me. Anyway, but no, I actually demanded. I didn't ask her. I
demanded she resign.
I demanded. Of course, she followed my demand immediately.
She did. She resigned, didn't she?
No, she did not.
Oh, she didn't. That's right.
But that's okay. It doesn't matter. But here's the backstory of that. All right. They had this funding for Run for the Wall. The city was going to donate so much money in services.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, the services had a dollar value, but it wasn't real money. It was paper money. It was services. Okay. We're donating this much services to this. Okay. And it was like what, 2,000, 2,500, couple of grand. And one of your brain surgeon fellow council people was confused by this and wanted to know more about it.
Yeah, it was on the consent agenda, and she pulled it for discussion.
Yeah, she pulled it, right.
Yeah.
And she wanted to know more about it, so she pulled it and said, hey, what are we spending, this kind of money on this? And whatnot for it. Well, it came out.
City manager explained it. The city manager explained what it was for, and all that. And then the mayor pops up and says, and they're not going to use the bathrooms.
Yeah. And the brakes came on.
The council says what?
Now, this is let me digress just a little bit. Now, Run for the Wall is an organization of Vietnam veteran bikers. Yeah, once a year, travel from Southern California and then converge from across the United States at the wall in Washington D.C. the Vietnam Veterans Memorial on Memorial Day every year, and the Southern California chapter, the Southern California people, their first stop is in Needles, California.
Correct.
Where they gas up, they grab some food, use the bathroom, stuff like that. Well, the year previously, they stopped, had a problem, but they had an issue with the plumbing in the bathrooms at El Garces. Now, this wasn't due to anything that the veterans did or the rest of the public did. Shit happens when it comes to plumbing, especially
Correct.
Plumbing that's over 100 years old.
Correct.
And it ended up costing the city money to fix it, which, okay, fine. Once again, shit happens. That's your job. The plumbing's broke. You fix it.
And we have all new plumbing now.
And all new plumbing and whatnot and so forth. It costs the city a pretty penny.
Sure.
But between the mayor and the former city manager, unbeknownst to anybody else, decided to cut off bathroom access to those bikers and the general public altogether coming in to celebrate Memorial Day and the
But
run.
We'll bring in plastic hot boxes.
That's neither here nor there. Okay, the thing is, the city resources that were already there, already paid for. Unnecessary. Don't need to spend any more money on the thousands of dollars it's going to be to rent these things, place these things, and maintain these things. The resources were already there, and she spoke up and said, "But the bathrooms are cut off." And the former city manager said, "Yeah." That set off a fucking bomb.
Yes, it did.
Within the city council. You're telling us that veterans cannot use public restrooms? Well, it's because the plumbing broke last year and we don't want that expense, and it was trash.
I was ready to go off. I almost went off and says, "Who the fuck are you?" And very fortunate, God was looking after me, and Tana Belt right next to me says, "Excuse me."
Excuse me.
And that scared me enough that I backed off. I go, "Okay, Tana, go ahead." She wasn't talking to me. She was talking to the mayor.
The thing is, this of course pissed off veterans from the tri-state. I mean, absolutely. Now, mind you, the rest of the city council acted immediately and
unanimously overturned that.
Unanimously overturned that, and the bathrooms were utilized. But the rest of the tri-state veterans took their pound of flesh.
Yep. Now, if Kirsten Merritt would not have brought that up on a consent agenda, they wouldn't have had a bathroom that year.
That is correct. So now let's fast forward to 2024. This year.
Not a thing about the bathrooms.
But was it asked about?
Nope.
Nobody asked about the bathrooms.
Nope.
So we don't know if there's access or not.
We are going to use the bathrooms. They are not going to cut that off.
Hang on.
I'm going to double check tomorrow.
Did anybody check to see if bathroom access was in that?
Like I just said, I'm going to double check tomorrow.
Yeah. So
now, if there's a problem with that, all the veterans groups are going to be down here in droves.
Yeah. Big time.
Yes.
Once again, demanding the mayor's resignation.
And I want that announced at the next city council meeting, that the bathrooms are going to be available.
Or not.
Or not. I want it announced so we can have the veterans come down and protest, or we can just have a nice smooth sailing.
I would. Henry, I'm kind of hoping she pulled shenanigans. Okay,
I hope she does too.
I'm sorry. I understand that makes me look small and petty, but I'm kind of hoping she pulled shenanigans again this year and cut off access.
No, she's a piece of work. She's really a piece of work.
She's
running so hard. She's running so hard against the Chamber of Commerce and trying to screw them up so bad. Because she doesn't want any commerce in her town. She doesn't want any growth. Her husband was on the city council in 1987, and he was part of the Claypool group.
I don't think your microphone's on at all.
All right, can you hear me?
No? I think it's going through your laptop.
How's that?
Still, I think it's I think it's the settings down there.
Okay.
I think it's
okay. Anyway,
yeah.
Anyway, her husband was on council, and he was one of the Claypool conspirators that kept Home Depot away from needles. Home Depot was going to come in the late 80s.
Businesses from coming in.
Early 90s. Kept business from coming in. And I think that's what she's doing now. She's actively fighting against bringing them in. And the Chamber of Commerce is all for bringing business in. So what she's doing is she's running against what the city's all about. And this has been going on for years. For years with the Jernigan family. Now, after he was on council, her husband, he went, I hate talking about dead people, but this is what it is. He went to the board of the city, the school board. He was on the school board, and he did something, I don't know what it was, but he did something that was so off the wall that the whole city went against them and pulled all their insurance away from their business, chased them out of town. They were basically kicked out of Needles, where they're born and raised. She went over to Fort Mojave and started up her insurance company there, and literally got kicked out of there too because she destroyed the Chamber of Commerce over there.
Yeah.
So now she's back in town, and she's the fucking mayor.
This is me trying to focus my Henry. Don't be monkey see, monkey do. Okay, I'm trying to focus my camera. Okay,
focus this.
Yours is fine. You can see that, but for some reason, my camera is just is going out of focus a lot, and it's driving me insane.
In the membrane.
In the membrane. So I'm going to have to replace my camera. That's all there is to it. Well, it's like 4 years old now, so this really doesn't surprise me. But yeah,
do you see what I'm hanging up on my wall back here? I got a couple guitars already.
Yeah.
I got two other ones over here, and then I got another one right up here. And over here, I'm going to put the one
by the way, guitars that you can't play.
Yes. And the other one I'm going to put here, that's Alice Cooper signed guitar, a Fender Strat.
Here's a guy. He loves going to garage sales and collecting guitars. He does not know how to play them.
I don't, but I got a beautiful collection of guitars.
But he's got a beautiful collection of guitars.
I got a beautiful Les Paul right here. I got an Ibanez right there. I got a Ovation box guitar and and an Epi over here, box guitar. I got some nice guitars. And the Fender Strat that's signed by Alice Cooper.
It seems like a waste. At least I use the wireless hole puncher that's on the wall behind me.
Right.
By the way, that is not an AR-15. Okay, regardless of what you may think, that is
Tyrone.
That Tyrone is an industrial strength wireless hole puncher.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
it's not a gun. It's an industrial strength wireless hole puncher. Has a 30 round magazine of holes.
Right.
Okay?
You can buy them at Staples or in any of the.
Well, actually, I'm actually importing them from Korea now because local manufacturing sucks, and I get a better price of holes.
Okay. So you get a Kia.
What's that?
You get a Kia.
No, it's some other manufacturer, but it's out of South Korea. It's not a Kia. No, that's a car, man. That's not. But no, this is a. Kia
only runs half a year, and then the other half of the year they make hole punchers.
No, they don't. But they might. I don't know. Do I look like I'm from Korea?
Let me see.
No, I don't even speak Korean.
Take your glasses off. Yeah, you do. You do.
Anyway, but no, I import my holes, 1,000 holes at a time in a great big box, and yeah, I've got my magazines loaded up with 30 holes in it, and nice. I can go there and I can make sure that those holes go where they need to go accurately all the time.
Yeah. Question for you.
So yeah, go ahead.
Question for you. How many people you're allowed to take on the range with you?
Right now, none, because my membership lapsed.
Oh, okay. How much is membership?
I think it's like $45 or something like that.
A year?
Yeah, a year.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's just a matter of me, getting in the car, driving down there, and say, "Hey, I need to renew my membership." Blah 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 blah, and doing it. And
right. Well, let me know when you go out there, because Susan bought a new gun. She bought a new hole puncher, and she wants to try it out.
Well, the thing is, she can go out there without me.
Yeah.
Okay, she can go out there without me. If you go on public days, it's $5. You pay the guy right there, and but
you're military trained. I want you to train her the proper way. How to handle a gun.
You really want me to put your girlfriend in the front lean and rest position and make her do push-ups?
Well, yeah, she's not my girlfriend, so you can make her do anything you want. She's my girlfriend. Yeah, so you can make her do anything you want. Push-ups, sit-ups.
Okay. So she wants some basic firearm training.
Correct.
All right.
She didn't ask for it, but I know she would appreciate it.
She needs to ask for it. She needs to ask for it. Number one, because we'll talk about that later.
I understand. Women say you can't tell me what to do. I already know that. I've been married before. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. Well. Oh, that didn't work. That just made.
She wants to learn.
That's fine. And learning firearm safety is extremely, extremely important. And
absolutely.
One of the things I do suggest, and to go ahead and spend the money. Go ahead and spend the money with an NRA certified instructor. They're to become an NRA certified instructor. They take that seriously. Now, mind you, accuse the NRA of whatever you want, but they are about firearm safety.
Correct.
And their training and their certification standards are extremely high.
Yes, they are.
They are extremely high. So, yeah, sure. You can come to me. I will give you basic firearm safety training. I will teach you how to use it, how to take it apart, how to clean it, how to do this, how to do that, when to shoot, when not to shoot. However, if you want the better training, go and pay for a class from an NRA certified firearms trainer. And you will ultimately you'll be in a better position
Right.
for that. But
I had another friend that was trained by a crayon eater.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
No, he knew what he was talking about. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. You know, you can't follow him. You can't follow him. He was a little bit slow, but he knew how to handle a gun.
Well,
he spent the time too with him.
God, you're gonna make me do this, Henry.
Go ahead.
Where did my there it is. You're gonna make me do this.
Oh, it's gonna be you out in the desert.
I'm now very upset. I'm very upset. I'm now going to have to give you the Marine version of how to talk.
This is my rifle, this is my gun. This is for fighting, this is for fun. This is my rifle, this is my gun. This is for fighting, this is for fun. This is my rifle, this is my gun. This is for fighting, this is for fun. This is my rifle, this is my gun. This is for fighting, this is for fun. This is my rifle, this is for fighting, this is for fun.
There you go.
Get Woodies.
So now you understand, okay? This is not a gun. It's a weapon. It's a rifle.
Yes.
All right.
This is for fun.
I don't know. That's up to you. But yeah, that's not a gun. But the thing is, I understand the nomenclature, and of course the military has its own, because a gun in the military is a howitzer, or a large, very large bore cannon. That's what they consider guns, or guns on an aircraft.
Gotcha.
So it stops confusion.
Yeah. Well, in Orange County, where I go to quite often, they have a beautiful indoor range close to where I stay. And I've been there before. Beautiful, beautiful indoor range. And you can rent any gun in there you want for $5. And they have all different types of guns. And the guy told me one day, he said, yeah, you can rent anything you want for $5. I can switch them to. He goes, yeah, it's slow here. You try them all out. So that was kind of cool,
Chuck says, I'm a NRA certified range safety officer.
Get your butt out here then.
I got sergeant tattooed on my gun so I can pull rank. Yeah.
Sergeant Wallace.
No, that was funny, actually. That was goddamn. Just don't pull it too often or too fast, because watch out, it spits. Oh my God. Chuck, you kill me, man. Absolutely kill me. Anyway, 928-476-0333. I'm you know what? All weekend I was trying to give out the 928 number.
I know you were.
All weekend I was trying to give out the number, and all day tonight I'm trying to give out the 855 number.
Yeah.
Help me, Henry. I'm confused.
Help me, Rhonda. Help me get it out of my heart.
No, just help me, Henry. I'm confused. Anyway, 928-476-0331 is the number if you want to join the cut. Yeah, you're confused too. Where is it? It's over here. Got my Mountain Dew here. I'll take a
Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But anyhow, so you heard about the impeachment.
I did, but it's not going to go through.
It's
symbolic. It's the same thing. Trump, he got impeached. Same thing. Clinton, he got impeached. So what? You keep on moving on. To me, that's stupid.
Actually, Clinton did not get impeached.
Yes, he did.
No, the impeachment part in the Senate failed.
Correct, but just like Trump, same with Trump.
not in the Senate, but in the House of
the House. Clinton did get impeached.
Did they? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I may be wrong.
Clinton was impeached. Trump was impeached once in office, once out of office, which is totally unconstitutional.
That doesn't matter.
Nah, not with them.
Not with them. But no. Okay, Henry, this is what I'm having problems. I'm tired of symbolic shit.
Right.
I'm tired of going through the motions of doing something that in the large scheme of things doesn't mean jack and shit.
That's right.
All it does is end up costing the taxpayers of the United States of America money for useless shit, because this is going to be a 2-week made for TV episode where they'll get up at 8:00 in the morning. You'll hear everything that the defense has to say, or the prosecution has to say, and then the defense gets their time, and then you'll see a vote.
Well, hang
on. Even if 50 Democrats and 50 Republicans vote down party lines, it still fails.
Correct.
Because there are not going to be enough Democrats to vote with the Republicans.
Correct.
Or vice versa. It's got
to be 2/3.
It's going to fail.
Correct.
Yeah. Now, the funny thing is, it's not a super majority in the House to raise an impeachment.
Correct.
Simple majority.
It's just the majority.
And do you want to know what that majority was?
What was it?
One fucking vote.
Yeah, I believe it.
Down
party lines, right?
214 to 213. 3 Republicans voted no. 3 Republicans voted no. Now, in the great scheme of things, it doesn't make a shit and bit of difference. However, we still have homeless in the streets. We still have veterans who are in desperate need of care. We have a border that is out of fucking control.
Yep.
Even though that's what we're supposedly impeaching this fucker out of because of.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a president who absolutely refuses to do anything within his power to get anything done.
All he had to do is to prevent that impeachment right there was to close the border.
He could have
done. That's within his power. Look, the potato's power.
I went through this the first hour, and I'm going to go through this again. But here's the steps he could have taken. Okay, he could have said to Department of Homeland Security and also Border Patrol and said, plug the holes.
Right.
Plug the holes. People that come in are immediately arrested and then immediately returned to Mexico.
Do your job.
Do your job. Also, he could have mobilized not National Guard units, not rated reserve units, but he could have sent brigades from active military.
Mm-hmm.
And here was my suggestion. Okay, use rotating brigades from the 101st to 82nd and 10th Mountain. Rotate them out in there and out of there. Treat this like the invasion it is.
Tundra and I would volunteer.
You catch a drug smuggler with fentanyl, tribunal and shoot his ass on the spot. Treat him like treat him like an ununiformed spy.
Correct.
Rules of war will cover you.
Yep.
You're not in the uniform and you're bringing in deadly things to kill people. Guess
Correct.
what? You're a spy.
Correct.
You can be summarily executed right there on the spot.
It's real simple. It's real simple.
And guess what? It would stop it.
It would definitely stop it.
It would stop it. And the thing is, you catch people coming across the border, you take them prisoner, and then you march them right back across the border. All of them. Every single last one of them.
Now, when I was a youngster,
hang on, I'm not done yet. Now, I understand you were a youngster once. That was about a gazillion years ago.
And a half.
But if they come to the front door, they can lay down their evidence for needing political asylum.
Real simple.
They can apply to come into the United States on whatever visa system that they fit under.
You can go in on a work permit.
And then I'd have no problem with this. I have absolutely no fucking problem with people coming into the United States. I want them here. I want people who want to be Americans to come here.
The way it used to be. The way it used to be a gazillion and a half years ago.
Mm-hmm.
When
you were a kid. Go ahead.
When I was a kid, when I was a kid, 21, 20, 25, whatever it was, I worked in LA. They had immigration raids.
Right.
The green vans would come out. They would come to our shops.
And
anybody who was undocumented, they treated them totally with respect. Totally gave them water, gave them food, gave them whatever. They rode back in the green van to the border. And I used to go to Mexico all the time, so I used to see the vans pull up. They walk them through the door right there, and they're on the Mexican side. And then they let them go. They shake their hand and let them go. Total respect. But you have to go back. They take their name down. Their name goes in a data bank. When they do it too many times, they get arrested.
You're banned permanently.
They get yes. I think it's 3 times, and then you can't even apply for a work permit. Now, if you go back, and they tell them how to do it and everything. You go back, you get a work permit. You can come back to that factory we took you out of. You can go back in there and work. And when we come and raid it again, you show your papers. When you show your papers,
you show your green card.
That's it. It's that simple. It's that simple. And anybody could get a green card that was a non-criminal. If you're coming over to better yourself.
Now hang on. Now here was the issue with that. All right. And we all understand that this happened and it was true. The people that were hired illegals hired at those factories, they weren't paying taxes.
Correct.
They weren't even being paid an honest wage.
Correct.
They were completely screwed. Now, of course, the government then passed rules and regulations. Okay, fine. Every employee that you have at your site has to fill out an I-9.
Yes.
They have to either prove that they are an alien resident or they are a U.S. citizen. Proof. Okay, and all it is showing your Social Security card and your ID, and that's it. As far as an American, if you're
non-resident, non-California residents, if you're from a foreign country, your taxes are 30%. Now you'll get a refund at the end of the year if you stick around that long, but you got to pay it up front. That way they get their taxes.
Exactly. So I don't argue with that. All right, come and work.
Come and work. Better yourself.
Come and work. Better yourself. Matter of fact, come into the United States, work until you retire, get a Social Security pension.
Absolutely.
While still
paid
in
into
Mexico. And you'll live like a fucking king.
You paid into it. You deserve it. Absolutely.
Exactly. Absolutely. But
in the 70s and early 80s, I was in a position to hire and fire people. And most of the people I hired, I wasn't picking out people. Most of them I hired were Mexicans from Mexico with green cards.
Well,
most of my hired, they were the hardest workers.
Once again, I have no problem with that because there you have a person. Okay, he's a legal resident alien.
Correct.
All right. There's a difference. Illegal aliens come in the back door. They get shit on. They get treated like slaves.
Right.
They are afraid. They are so afraid of being deported that they allow the systematic abuse of themselves in order just to make a pittance of what they should be making.
And that's wrong.
Of course it's wrong. And that's where we get the human trafficking problem that we have. It's the illegal aliens that come in. They're the ones that are being abused. They're the ones that are being systematically raped, tortured, and murdered because nobody knows they're here. Nobody cares.
Well, and unfortunately, they're told by the cartel or whoever else that they're dealing with, they're told that there's no other way you can do this. This is the way you have to do it.
Well, and
they don't know any better.
Of course they don't. Of course they don't, because it's easier to keep people ignorant,
right,
than to tell them the truth. And
that's
then
just like taking your guns away, you can control them.
And then you've got people like the Soros Foundation who set up way stations in foreign countries for people to come through and then give them this false information. In their packets. And they give them maps to breaches in the U.S. border. And contact information for mules or for coyotes. Where they end up having to pay thousands of dollars for no guarantee that they're going to get across the border. And no guarantee that they're going to reach that border even alive in the first place.
That's right.
Or
it's sad. It's sad. It's really sad.
Or they are treated to become drug smugglers. They're given a backpack and say, "You take this over there, or we shoot you and your kids."
Well, what they do is they hold their family as ransom.
Exactly, and then they murder them.
You can't
anyway.
rip us off. You can't get caught because we're holding your family ransom.
And they murder them anyway.
Yes, they do.
So
yes, they do. And unfortunately,
it's a huge problem. Yes, it's a huge problem.
Unfortunately, that's happened here in Mojave County where they've caught him on the highway.
Yeah, Born in East LA was a great
movie. Great movie. Awesome movie.
Yeah. Dave's not here, man.
Who is it?
It's Dave, man. It's Dave. Dave's not here. Yeah.
That's actually a different one of the Cheech and Chong's movie, but yeah.
They actually used that in that.
Yeah, they didn't use it in Born in East LA though.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They used it in Born in East LA. It was a one-liner.
Oh, okay.
He called. Dave's not here.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Paul Rodriguez.
Yeah.
When he called from Mexico and he goes, Jesus in Mexico.
Jesus in Mexico. I don't even,
because the picture of Jesus was right up in front of the phone.
Yeah.
And Cheech is calling collect from Mexico.
Yeah. That's all right. These people show up about a month ago selling navel oranges in random locations along city streets. Okay,
in
fine.
Longview, Washington.
Yeah, give me a beer.
I was born in East LA.
Well, but here's the thing. Okay, now, like I said, I don't have problem with legal immigration. I never have. I mean that, and I agree with the argument that yes, this country was built on immigrants.
Absolutely.
And you know, you come in the right way. You're here to do. You're here to add to the American experience. You're not here to detract from. You're not here to steal from. You're not here to murder people. You're here for all the right reasons. You come in the wrong way. How the fuck are we supposed to know?
We have a legal immigrant as the first lady.
Did you illegal immigrant?
No, illegal.
Oh, she's a naturalized American citizen.
Correct.
But she was naturalized.
She immigrated here.
Yeah, I understand that. So did Lucas Anna.
Okay? Yes, he did. Italian by birth, America by choice.
By choice. Okay, yeah, he says that all the damn time. Drives me nuts because, well, you can hardly understand him, but that's all right. I love Luca. He's a good guy.
Yes.
A little nutty, but then again,
he's a big guy too.
Yeah, he's a little nutty, but you know, absolutely love him. Absolutely, positively love him.
So am I a little nutty.
You know, the only reason I tolerate you is Tundra.
Exactly. Exactly. I bring Dylan in a couple times and you won't let me in no more.
You blame me?
Actually, I had a friend come over that Dylan's never met. Big guy, about 6'3". he came over. I've known him from the events, but he came over. He lives in Lake Forest, but he got a house here. He came over yesterday, as a matter of fact, and Dylan acted really good with him, really good. Because the guy came in, wasn't afraid of him, got the ball, started playing with him, and got along great. When he got a little bit too close to me, Dylan jumped up on him, though. Dylan tried to protect me, and I go, Dylan, stop. And he sat down. He was fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Dylan's a great dog. And I didn't realize how much he actually knew, how much I actually trained him until I was showing him all the stuff that he can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was showing it with hand signals, with voice commands. And, as much as sit down, lay down, head down, go get the inside toy and take it back in the house. I'm just telling
you've worked with Dylan a lot. Now, mind you, it's been a while since I've seen Dylan. Dylan and I actually get along really well. I like Dylan. He's a good dog.
Yeah.
He's just a little bit too wild. Or was a little bit too wild, and I got concerned that he'd run into me and knock me over. That's where I was getting a little bit concerned.
He still is for about the first 3-4 minutes, but you bring in a treat, you bring in a nice treat for him. One that lasts about 5 minutes, and he's good with you.
He's good with you. So
a Nylabone is perfect. You got a Nylabone.
So what you're saying is I need to start bringing peace offerings.
A peace offering, and he's good.
Okay, I will bring in a chicken.
Oh my gosh! Make sure it's live.
You wouldn't want that. Well, I'll tell you what. Talk about an absolute fucking disaster that would be.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway.
Well, you know what? I've known people that have fed their dogs, and that's all they feed them. They feed them a raw chicken a day, a frozen one, and they gnaw it. It's good for them.
I
won't do it. I don't
know, Henry. Even raw chicken's now really expensive.
No, it's not, and they can eat the bones and all on a raw chicken.
Right.
Cooked one, no.
I understand that, but the thing is, it's still it's still expensive. Is what I'm saying, because everything's fucking expensive.
Everything.
I mean,
we check this out. We just had I think it's a transformer for the city. It was on the agenda, so I can speak about it. We voted on it. $50,000.
Wow, you had a $50,000 tranny go out?
No, hold on. That's what they were 2-3 years ago.
Right.
90,000 now.
I was going to say 120, but wow.
90,000 now. This is what this asshole has done to our country.
Well, yeah.
He has done that to our country. And then when gas goes down to $3 a gallon, everybody gets excited. No. When it goes down to $1.67 a gallon, then get excited.
Yeah, when it goes back down to where it was. Well, the thing is, it's going back up. It's going back up.
Of course it is.
Right now, at the cheapest place in Bullhead City, it's $281.9. And
that's what it is right here. Yeah. It's $2.99 at Sam's.
Yeah, I know. I fucking well know that because I went and bought it 20 cents ago.
Yeah. I was just there. I went yesterday, and I drove from here, and I went past the gas station right across the river. Mm-hmm. And I checked the price, $281.9. So I said, okay, I'll wait and go into town and see what it is, because it's usually 10 cents cheaper.
Right.
So I couldn't find a place that was cheaper, and I had enough to get back anyway. So I got back and filled up there.
At Fast Rip Off, right there in the middle of town, actually 2 locations on Hancock and 3rd. It's $281.9. And
I think on 3rd it's a little higher, isn't it? Or it's the
what's
same?
That? No, they're both.
The one on 3rd a little bit higher.
They're both the same.
Okay.
They're both the same.
Now your Mavericks $299.
Yeah, but they have a better grade of quality of fuel,
and they also have great cups.
honestly, don't know, don't care. They sell Mountain Dew. They sell my cigarettes. They sell
You know what?
coffee.
I buy these right here from them by the dozen, and I use these. This last a week or two. The
now,
cup.
How much you pay for a dozen empty cups?
You know what? Last time they charged me $2.
$2 for empty cups.
That's with the lid, the straw, everything. Yeah, they're usually 50 cents each. But the last time they charged, they says just $2. And I go, okay, that's good. I go, you sure? They go, yeah. I go, you should charge me more. They go, if you want to, we will. I go, no, if that's all I owe, that's fine.
Actually, the Maverick in Bullhead City, the new one that opened on
good people
on Highway 95, right across the street from the wherever. Yeah, great place, good people. Love the ladies that work there.
Beautiful store too.
Well, the thing is, this will tell you how much I go in there now. Okay, if I don't have Megan with me, they question me.
Okay.
If I have somebody else like my nephew or my niece with me, they question me.
Yeah.
If I go in there alone, they question me. Where's your daughter? Where's your nephew? Where's your? I'm going to work. They don't want to come to work with me. Oh, okay. Well, we'll let you slide. This it's like going around the world with Tundra. Okay, nobody gives a fuck about me. They want Megan.
Right. Well, you know what Smiths now say to me when I go in there. They go, "Where's Dylan?" They go, "Where's Dylan?"
Where's Dylan?
Because I brought him through there once.
No, where's Dylan?
The one cashier just totally loves Dylan. he came in the store and he barked a couple times, and she put her hands out and he ran right for her, right into her arms, and he just submitted totally to her.
Well, there you go.
And she loves Dylan, and I'm not bringing him in there again. I did it the one time. The manager got a kick out of it.
Well, anyhow, it is the Raw. We're running out of time real quick. Want everybody to head on over to theraw.locals.com, theraw.locals.com. Use promo code The Raw, all capital letters, one word, The Raw, for 1 free month of service. After that, it's $5 a month or $50 a year. Now, if you can't do that, that's fine. Don't do that, but sign up anyway so you get email notifications of when we are on live. Simple as that. Don't worry. I'm not going to sell your information. By the way, your information, any kind of subscription information, stays with me. Stays with me. I do not give it away. I do not allow other people to access it, and I do not sell that information. Now, here's another added benefit. Now, if you choose to do the $5 a month or $50 a year, $2 out of every $10 that I collect goes to Food for Families here in Bullhead City, Arizona. $2 out of every $10 goes to gets donated to Food for Families here in Bullhead City, Arizona. So you're not only helping this program grow, you're helping me get a new camera, which I've been complaining about, but you're also helping feed families that are in desperate need of some extra support.
And there's more families out there nowadays that need the
help. They either make too much money for food stamps,
right,
or they're on food stamps and they don't get enough.
If you make $1,200-$1,300 a month, it's too much for food stamps. That's ridiculous.
Exactly. Or whatever circumstances they are, they got hit with bills. They don't have enough money for food.
Right.
Okay. It goes to feed families in the tri-state area. That also includes Jim Jones down in Needles, California, and other places that use the Food for Families network. Anyway, it is the Raw. Please consider supporting us so we can help support them and support ourselves at the same time. Henry, thanks for showing up.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Well, if you can see me, I'm a little fuzzy right now, but that's all right. Anyway.
My eyes are like that anyway.
I can't say. Anyway, God, I gotta get to work on the cameras. I mean, I have this camera and I've got the other camera, and they're just failing on me. So Maybe it's time for the replacement. So anyway, go out there, make the world a better place. We'll see you Saturday on KTOX 1340 AM, 92.9 FM for the Miss Rob Hansen radio program. And Sunday, again.
And I'll be there this Sunday.
I'm sure you will. Anyway, go out there and make the world a better place.
Just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen.
Avast ye scallywags, it's another pirate production. Are you experiencing shortness of breath, erratic heart rates, cold sweats, loss of hair, uncontrollable urges to scream, low testosterone, and a desire to drink soy lattes and color your hair blue? Every time you hear a name, then you may suffer from Trump Derangement Syndrome or TDS. There is a cure for you. Call 1-555-RED-PILL and we will ship you out a bottle of our high dose of reality. Just one dose and all your symptoms will disappear like it was magic. But really, it's science. Our crack team of trained specialists have spent years developing this one-shot pill that will make your life magical again. Side effects may include chest hair growth, the ability to walk by a woman and get her pregnant just by being within 10 feet, getting a job and keeping a job, moving out of your parents' basement, the desire to own a firearm, including high-capacity magazines filled with freedom seeds, lower taxes, and sudden fits of happiness and joy. Call 1-555-RED-PILL. That's 155-RED-PILL today and start living the American dream.